Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Come learn with Lakot. As you can already tell, this year we're going to be talking about our goals, aspiration, resolution for this new year. Like, we are 20 days into the new year, and I just wanted to get a feel for it before going out there and making my goals. Now obviously I already had a feel for them. Like, I kind of coming into this year, I kind of knew what I knew I wanted to work on. Furthermore, my new year was back in like August. No, my new year was back like in November, on a Shana kind of thing. But what I'm just making it, but this is like kind of like another reset. So this is like my reset of a new year that is within. There's always been a year, but that is whatever. So I had a really tough 2020. I'm sure I had a really tough 2020. I'm pretty sure everybody else did too. Then I had a really tough 2021, and I messed up big time, mentally, physically, spiritually, all of it. I messed up, and I put myself in a position where I became very, very vulnerable, like very, very vulnerable, and I'm still recovering from those things, like those events, those trauma that I went ahead and caused myself, because it's not like someone forced me to do anything. It's just like me myself decided to do something. Not it's like decided to follow the crowd, but even when you follow the crowd, you know what, like, you made that decision to go follow them. You made that decision that you didn't want to walk alone, so you followed them wherever they were going, even though you didn't want to go. And then as a result, one thing led to another, and you just ended up making some bad decisions, and you're still dealing from the consequences and the guilt. And I'm also one of those people where I suffer guilt. Like, my mind likes to convict me of everything. Like, I could, like, for example, like, let's say someone asks me for money, and I need that money to pay for something. Let's say, like, I need that money to pay for something, and I tell them I don't have money, which is, like, in sense, like, I don't have money to give, but I have money, and they probably needed it more than I probably could have lived with that thing without that thing. It's like, for example, a good example would be like high school, trips. I didn't need to go to like a theme park. I wanted to go to a theme park, and I was given money to go pay for that, transportation for that theme park. But there was someone else that needed that money more than me, so I could have lived without going to that theme park. But my mind will never let me forget that encounter. I'll go to the theme park, have fun, but it's like guilt, like whenever I'm around, whenever I'm by myself in that mind, and I'm fighting those demons. And I'm telling you, because of that, I've gotten quite suicidal over the years, because of small incidents like that, where it's almost like I didn't make a mistake, but then it's like 2021 came, and then I actually made some mistakes that I was just like, not to say we all sins, we all make mistakes, but it was like one of those things where I made a mistake against myself. It wasn't like I made a mistake against someone, or I sinned against someone. I sinned against myself. And so, yeah. So with that all being said, I don't want to ramble too much about the past. We're trying to resolve it. We're going to try to get rid of those trauma. So the first goal and resolution for this new year is forgiveness. Mastering the art of forgiveness. Forgiving everybody and not having an enemy. Love thy neighbor. This is harder than it's like, you think, I don't really have a problem with anybody. I don't have hatred in my heart. But when someone wrongs you, that hatred builds up. And even though you still love it, you with the person, you have not forgiven them. So I want to forgive people. So that's number one. I'm sorry it's taking me like 5 minutes to say that, but I just had to get that out of the way. Second goal of this new year, so it's resolution for this new year, is letting people be. Letting people think what they want to think, and letting people believe what they want to believe, and not fighting someone on an idea or on something. And I want to be like, what the heck you mean? Like, what I essentially mean is like not arguing with people who cannot be moved. And when someone already has their opinion made up about something and they've already believed a certain event that is not true about you to be true, they're not coming to inquire about that. They're not coming to ask for an explanation for that. They're coming to talk, to convict you of that. They're not coming so you can broaden their perspective and tell them what happened or whatever. Like, for example, if someone said, if there was like rumors about you or about someone, most people don't care for the truth at that point. They're just coming to tell you, hey, we heard about this, like, so is it true? They don't care if it's true or not. They just going to talk about it. They just want to get the gossip, get it, laugh about it and stuff. And so this year I'm going to spend less time arguing with people, especially when I disagree with them in certain things, or if they think of me in a certain way. I'm not going to spend all that time. Like, I'm going to spend some time, don't mind me, like, I'm going to make some arguments, but I'm not going to dwell over it. Like, I'm not going to let it affect me mentally, physically. Now, I do struggle with that because I'm technically like a people pleaser, and whenever someone doesn't like me, it always makes me get depressed and stuff. So it's gonna be hard, but that's what I'm working towards, clearing myself from people's mindsets and people's actions and people's thoughts. So I'm not gonna argue with them. Like, I'm going to argue with them, but when you get to the point where you cannot change their mind, I'm simply going to let them be. Like, if you go back and forth with someone for like 3 minutes and they're not changing their stance, and then you are not changing your stance, and what they're saying is lies, it's not truthful, but they already believe it, why are you bothering yourself? I'm not going to bother myself anymore. I'm just going to let it be. That is goal number 2. Now, those are my 2 main goals. I feel like if I can achieve those 2 things, I'll be much more happy. I'll be much more healthier. I'll literally experience much more happy days in my life, because those things that affect me and have been affecting me all my life, and I don't understand why it's gotten to this point, like why I got this far. Like, I'm going on 19, and I don't understand why it took me like 18 years to realize this. Like, I don't understand why it took me 18 years to realize this. Technically 19 years, because I only have 2 months remaining until my birthday. But it's like letting things go, letting people have their opinions, let's agree to disagree. I'm not going to fight you anymore. So other than those 2, I do have some minor kind of like accomplishments that I want to accomplish. Not so much, I don't know what you want to call them, goals, accomplishments, resolution, whatever. The 3rd one is in that category. Number 1 is making more money and being more disciplined. Being more disciplined so I can make more money. So what that I mean is that when it comes to things like drop shipping, stock market, stock market, what's it called? Print on demand. What's another one? What's it called? Low content books and stuff. I am going to be getting on my game. I am going to attempt to master those skills this year. Like, learn how to trade. So 1, learn how to trade. Learn how to make high selling, profitable low content books. Learn how to do print on demand, because it's one thing with like print on demand, and then what was it? No, there was another one. Then drop shipping. I think I already said drop shipping, but I stated it. And sometimes I mix up the order, whatever. And these are things that can make me money, and I am trying to make money. Now, one thing is that most people don't know is that the school I'm actually going for, like, I'm required to work on campus. It's part of the school policy. but I can't work outside of campus because the workload is too much and I wouldn't be able to focus on my schoolwork, which I'm going to make an update on the ton of schoolwork that my school has me required, and it's gonna like making me an insane. You're already 2 weeks into the semester. But with that being said, these things are things that I know work. Now I'm not quite sure about dropping shipping. I've never really had any success with that, but it's when it comes to print on demand, I've uploaded a design. I sold one sticker and I sold one phone case, and I made like what, $1 from both sales combined. But that was enough to make me realize that these things actually sell. Before, I would just always look at these videos and be like, oh no, things don't sell. Like, you know, these are all, it's like one of those things where you believe them, but at the same time you'll be like, maybe they're making up these things because you tried and you're not had any success. I think I had my first item sell in like 2021, and it was like June, July 2021, but I didn't get the notification or the email until back in like November. And I remember I had this 1 week where I was just like, I had something sold on Mercari, I had something sold on Passion, something sold on Facebook Marketplace, and something sold, and then I got the notice like from Redbubble. I was like, yes! It was the happiest week of my life. But it didn't last. It was just that week. It was just, I was on a cloud 9, and then I dropped. So I know these things can work. They're just a matter of finding a niche that a lot of people has a lot of audience, and so I'm going to be focusing on that. And then, you know, I guess last would be fitness. Yes, fitness. My fitness and my sport life, I call it sport life, is gone to zero. Like, I don't remember doing any exercise in 2021. Like, I did some exercise where I'll be like, yes, I'm going to lose weight, yes, I'm going to do this, but it didn't last long. I'll do 2 weeks and then I would quit. No, I'll do 2 weeks, and then I'll be like, let me take a break today. That break turns into 2 days, and that 2 days turn into 3 days, and then eventually on that 4th day I eventually get up, but then it gets, you know, it's just too painful. So then it's just one thing leads to another, and that's the end of it. Then like a month later I started get the same policy, but I don't think it's like, it's always been like maybe doing like 50 sit-ups and some jumping jacks and calling it a day, or like going for very long walks. I'm not actually, like, I'm not healthy. I look healthy, but I am not healthy, and it's becoming very apparent, like, you know, and it's affecting me. And I've been watching shows like My 600 Pounds Life and stuff, and it made me realize that I am getting to the point where I'm not taking care of myself, and I might just end up with it. You know, I might end up like some of those patients. I might end up becoming obese. And it's paid. Like, I've always told myself that, you know, I always somehow convince myself in my head since like 2013, when I decided that, you know, I wasn't happy with the way my body looked. I've never been able to lose weight, and I've always blamed it on my body type. Now, I'm not gonna lie, naturally I gain weight. I have low metabolism. I gain weight fast. Losing weight is painful. And the thing is that for me, I was very active in my life. You know, I was very active in like primary and elementary school and middle school, and the first 2 years, first 3 years, 2 years of high school, until COVID hit, and, you know, it was like we're shutting everything down. Like, so I was active, but because I was active, it was like I was gaining weight, but I was healthy, you know, in a sense. I was gaining weight, but I was healthy. So it's like I was running cross country, I was doing track, I was playing sports, you know, I was active. And this is what happened. So I was doing all this exercise and doing all these things, and you're not coming home and eating a whole bunch. Essentially, that's what it is. And then you didn't used to eat fast food because we couldn't afford it. We really couldn't afford it. People say fast food is cheap. No, not in our family. So as a result, I started gaining all this weight, but I convinced myself that, because I was trying to lose weight and I wasn't losing weight. And the thing is that I would go on YouTube and they were telling me, oh, go run 5 miles a day, or go walk 10,000 steps. Well, I was already doing that. Most of the times I was walking everywhere. I used to walk around town. I think one time I walked 11 miles to downtown, then 11 miles back. So that was like 22 miles in a day because I was upset. And when I'm upset, I used to go for these long walks, and I was upset many times. So that was like on top of my additional like training for tracking cross country stuff. And so with that being said, I did used to walk a lot. So, but the thing is that those things was just like making me conclude just that, hey, I can't lose weight because I am walking 10,000 steps a day. I am running like 3 miles a day. I am running like 3 miles a day. I'm doing all these exercises, but I'm not losing weight. Why is that? Like, why is that? And so that's how I came to that conclusion. I couldn't lose weight. And then I realized, once watching that, my 600-pound life, I can lose weight. I'm just not determined. I'm not just motivated enough. I'm not consistent. I do maybe a month, and just when I start to see that one result, results, it's like a small result, and then I get unmotivated because it's like I'm doing all this work for small results, and I'm seeing people who are like, let me just say, bigger than me. They will do the same thing that I'm doing, and they will drop down like 50 pounds, and it used to make me so mad. Anyways, let me stop rambling. But that is what my fitness goal, and I'm putting this slightly because my school overload is a lot. But my plan is, once I get there on campus, I'm gonna go for a run like every morning, and I'm going to get my heart rate down, because right now my resting heart rate is terrible. It's like 90. Yeah, it's terrible because I've been sitting at home not getting any exercise. So I won't get back into that routine of like maybe running 3 miles, 5 miles every morning, maybe in the afternoon, to like before classes, after classes, and just get myself healthy again. And that is pretty much it for my New Year's resolutions / goals. That's what I am focusing on. Obviously, I have some small minor things that I'm also doing on the side that I'm not really sharing with y'all right now, because there's one thing you shouldn't be always, they will say, show them, don't talk about it, show them the results. So for those, I'm waiting to show y'all the results. I'm waiting to shock y'all. But that's it for this video. If you have any goals for this year, any motivation, any prayer requests, just anything that you're working on in this year, be sure to comment down below. If you have any advice for me, comment them down below too, so that we can motivate each other. Again, thank you for watching. If you want to hear more from me, please like this video, comment down below, subscribe to motivate me to motivate you. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.